From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First and 10, Hill out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
35-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Hill. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Boy, Dalvin Cook just so explosive in the open field. He's not a small guy either, but once he gets those legs churning, look out. Opening minute and already a trip to the red zone. First and 10 right at the 20. Throwing, Cousins. Smith catches left side. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And the Saints signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. carry, it's Cook. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. To throw is Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Joseph is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Off of play action. Hill. It got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On second down, Kamara. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Hill. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or in this case, a field goal.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action now. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Here's Cousins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. These two teams all tied after one. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
At the 36-yard line.
From the gun, here's Hill. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, Hill. It's complete to Golden Tate. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
At the 31.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The Vikings and Saints, you might recall, they battled in the wild card round a season ago, and it was the guys in purple who came in and pulled off the upset, with Kirk Cousins finding Kyle Rudolph in the end zone in overtime to sew up a 26-20 win. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Hill. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Oh, yeah, good job.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Yeah, they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Here's Hill. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Not much there, only a yard.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hill. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Kamara. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today.
A 24-yard attempt.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Williams to return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Second and 2.
Throw left side complete. It's Smith. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Second and 10.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Final play of the half. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. On the return, Williams. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
10 at their own 29-yard line.
Let's go!
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
First down, here's Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Smith. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
First down.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cook. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Brought down at the 42.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Off the play fake, Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Minnesota.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, Give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Down it's Hill. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The end result, 21 yards. A shotgun snap for Hill. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Vikings 12-yard line.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run it again with Kamara. And And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
From the gun on third, Hill. And that's knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time on 4th for Hill. His pass caught at the 4. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Operating from the gun, Hill. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
Saints 14.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They run. Cook. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
From the 41, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. following the penalty. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he'll find Hall. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Play fake here on 1st down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Play fake. Cousins. And Cook has it, left side. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down. Cousins. Smith catches left side. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming.
A 32-yard attempt.
Joseph's got it. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
Tackle made at the 16-yard.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already